Hey guys, this is the Anime Fiend bringing to you today after delaying this video for I don't know multiple times. Kingdom. So this is my manga recommendation of Kingdom, and yeah, man, Kingdom is just phenomenal. And maybe by the end of this video, I'll maybe convince you to read Kingdom, right? So yeah, here we go. But of course, before we start, this is my video series Manga Recommendations, and yeah, it's just gonna be recommendations, right? So you don't have to worry about spoilers or anything like that. So just sit back and enjoy, and maybe, yeah, maybe I'll convince you to read it, right? So here we go. So Kingdom, I mean, story wise, of course, it's set in, old China, like 300 something BC. It's called the Warring States era. There's this six kingdoms, and the main character's kingdom is one of those. It's Kin or Chin. Yeah, I think it's Chin, but yeah, whatever, just call it Kin, right? Yeah, but of course this state is it's trying to maintain its supremacy along with take over all of China, right? So of course it's typical kingdom trying to overthrow other kingdoms and conquer them. That's the basic bare bones kind of story, right? But where kingdom excels, compared to the other, like maybe kingdom kind of, like kingdoms and kings and shit kind of mangas or stories, kingdom excels in like politics and warfare both. Like, yeah, of course we have this intricate political structure of like, oh, this guy is trying to take over the kingdom by scheming this way, even if he's not of like royal heritage, but he's planning this and that. And the political structure is of course crazy, and is just one of the best I mean, I would say the best that I've watched. But I mean, and I've watched Game of Thrones, so yeah. I mean, look, we know the downfall of Game of Thrones, so let's not talk about that. But yeah, Kingdom, it's pretty good, man. The political structure is really well written, and whenever we see something like political mini arcs, of course the political arcs aren't as big, but the political mini arcs are like really like it's fun to watch, right? And of course the highlight of the manga is definitely the warfare. Now, the strategies used in warfare, the like the basic warfare itself, where like one army is fighting the other army, and like the generals leading them, what they think, how they think. And of course everybody isn't like crazy strategical, like they're not mastermind geniuses. Some like just like to use brute force, some just like to use their instincts and see what happens with that. So it's a beautiful blend of everything, man. Strategy, craziness, and all of, and of course at the end of the day it's still like a fantasy. So don't expect like modern day like complete crazy strategies where nothing fantastical is happening. Of course it's a fantasy story, so there are some crazy things happening, like one guy swinging his glaive and killing like six cavalrymen along with their horses. So yeah, I mean, there are some crazy things, of course, but in my opinion, the best like warfare, whatever, game or story or whatever, in anything, in any fiction, probably the best warfare aspect I've seen, right? I mean, maybe there's something else better, but at least I didn't see that, right? So there you go. So I mean, again, these are like the highlights, right? And of course along with these, the characters are just likable. They're the awesome old generals are hype, the new generation is hype, everything is just pretty well written. It's not like yeah, these characters, they just come and go, and they don't have any personalities or anything. Of course there are some of those characters, but main characters always, they're characterized really well and well written. So I would say overall, with counting all of these together, Kingdom is just a phenomenal story, man. And I mean, yes, it is based on true story, and true story. It's like, it's kind of like really vague, right? I mean, it's 300 something BC, so it's like really old. We don't have much of any records or something like that. So it's like, yeah, this war is won by this state. That's the amount of history we have, and everything else is added by the author himself. So of course character might be different from the historical thing, right? So I mean, yeah, it is what it is, right? But if you do like, historical things, fighting and all this shit, and crazy duels, man. I mean, duels with these like generals, it's like freaking phenomenal. And again, warfare is the best, and even political structure and politics and shit are like awesome. So I mean, yeah, man, that's Kingdom. It's just freaking phenomenal, and I don't know how much I could express. Like, it's just phenomenal, man. But anyways, that's it for Kingdom. Check out Kingdom, read it, and maybe comment down after reading it. I mean, if I convince you to read it, right? So otherwise, I mean, if you already started Kingdom and just were trying to like find a video to convince you even further, there you go. And just comment down what do you think about Kingdom. And yeah, man, it would be phenomenal. But anyways, check out my other manga recommendations. There are a bunch of videos. There's gonna be a lot more. And yeah, man, as always, until next time, peace.